Hello, I'm Eileen McHugh with the BBC News. It's been confirmed that the demolition of a tower block that partially collapsed near the US city of Miami over a week ago will go ahead shortly. The announcement was made by the mayor of Miami-Dade, Daniela Levine Cava.
The demolition will take place tonight between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. The method of demolition is known as energetic felling. It's a process that uses small, strategically placed explosives and relies on gravity to bring the building down in place. The demolition itself is confined to the immediate area around the building.
More than 120 people are still unaccounted for. 24 others are known to have died. An indigenous leader has been elected as president of Chile's new constitutional assembly. Elisa Loncon received almost two-thirds of the votes from an assembly controlled by a coalition of left-wing parties. Leonardo Rocha reports.
Addressing the assembly in Mapuche and Spanish, Ms. Loncon said that the new constitution would turn Chile into a multicultural society where the rights of all groups would be respected. A self-taught reader born in the troubled southern region of Araucanía, she went on to become a respected academic. Ms. Loncon will now oversee one of the most important chapters in the country's history. The current constitution was enacted during the military regime of General Pinochet. It has been blamed for accentuating inequality in Chile and contributing to the destruction of the environment.
The former president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma, has fiercely criticised the judges who sentenced him to 15 months in jail, insisting that he won't turn himself in. Speaking to reporters at his home, Mr. Zuma claimed the country was sliding back to apartheid rule. Nomsa Maseko was outside his home in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Mr. Zuma addressed his supporters and said that he was not scared of going to jail. He's been there before, but this time around he refuses to go because he believes that it was an injustice to be sentenced to a prison term without having gone to trial. So as things stand, Mr. Zuma is not going to hand himself over to authorities because his lawyers have asked the Constitutional Court to rescind the judgment. So as things stand, Mr. Zuma's lawyers will go back to the Constitutional Court on the 12th of July, where the court has said it is prepared to hear him out.
Investigators in the United States say they're still assessing the scale of a huge cyber attack that affected hundreds of businesses. Hackers targeted a firm that provides IT services to many other companies on Friday. The White House has urged anyone who thinks their systems have been compromised to contact the authorities. You're listening to the latest world news from the BBC World Service. The Suez Canal Authority and the owners of a huge container ship that blocked the Egyptian waterway earlier this year have reached a deal to release the vessel. After 3 months of wrangling over compensation, the two sides say the ship, the Ever Given, will be allowed to set off on Wednesday. The terms of the agreement have not been revealed. The canal authorities are reported to have demanded $550 million. Chinese regulators have ordered the removal of the country's biggest ride-hailing firm, Didi Chuxing, from app stores. They've accused it of violating rules on the collection and use of personal data. Existing customers can continue to use the app. Last week, Didi raised billions of dollars when it was listed on the New York Stock Exchange for the first time. Officials in Cyprus say a wildfire that killed 4 Egyptian farm workers has been brought under control, but that high winds could rekindle it. More than 50 square kilometres of pine and scrub in the foothills of the Troodos Mountains were scorched by flames raging on 5 fronts. Sudaba Hederi reports.
Wildfires broke out in Limassol district and raced through the village, swiftly jumping district boundaries into Larnaca. Visiting an effort coordination centre, the Cypriot president said it was the worst tragedy that his country had seen in decades. The fires ravaged homes and cars and destroyed a large forested area. It also forced the evacuation of several nearby villages. Cyprus has been experiencing a week-long heatwave and temperatures rising to 40 degrees Celsius.
The Vatican says Pope Francis is recovering well after undergoing colon surgery. A short statement said the procedure was carried out under general anaesthetic. It did not say how long the 84-year-old Pope would remain in hospital in Rome. The Italian President, Sergio Mattarella, has wished him a speedy recovery. BBC News.